Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another Breakfast and Business. So good to have you with us this morning, this afternoon, or this evening, wherever you are around the world. As you come in, please do let me know whatever platform you're watching on, whether you're live or on the replay. Also, let me know what you've been taking away from Breakfast and Business, and have you let somebody else know? So important for us to catch on to. Quickly do this. Apparently we've got the same issue going on as yesterday, so let's quickly just double check whether or not the page is up and live over on Facebook. Apparently a couple of issues happening on Facebook today, so let's quickly let's come back into here, launch that up. Not entirely sure why there's some issues. Apparently Facebook is having some issues with live on Facebook's pages today. So again, same as we had yesterday. So we'll have to just roll with it where we are today, and then we will have to come back and revisit that the same as we did yesterday. So this morning, I really want to touch base with you on a couple of quick things. Now, as we go through this, we're going to make this super simple. Let's swing this around a little bit there. So this morning, I really want to share with you about content creation. So it's about the whole week is content creation, but today is all about content behind content. If you haven't seen what's been going on for the rest of the week, let me quickly break it down in case you missed any and you want to jump back and share it. So really quickly, going to do this. Behind the scenes. Hey everyone, really sorry that there's a problem going on with Facebook going live this morning for Breakfast and Business. I will be posting this just after 9 o'clock so you guys can check in as well. Keep your eyes peeled, check out the hashtag, check out the event, and I will repost the link for you here on the page. Or you can catch any of the other platforms, hashtag Breakfast and Business, and I'm Tristan G. Hope to see you in there. So as predicted, there has been a slight issue with the Facebook page today. So again, this is showing you again, right now we live and breathe everything that we're teaching you. And right now I'm going to quickly share that video you've just seen me record over onto my Facebook page, just dealing with these things as we go through. Of course, there's been some issues with Facebook's live features across certain platforms. Facebook's pages are struggling with going live. There seems to be some sort of glitch happening right now within the platform. So right now I'm going to quickly update that and then we'll launch into it. So as you come in, let me know if you're live or on the replay, and let's make sure that we've got everything up and running for this morning. Give me 1 second whilst we quickly do this update. Remember, let me know if you're live or on the replay, and also where you're tuning in from. I'm going to launch into today's topic, which is content behind content. Right now, I'm showing you in real time, whilst there's an issue happening on the page, content behind content. I'm showing you what we would do in a situation where Facebook is not functioning properly for live. We're live across Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, and Twitter, so you can connect with us in a multitude of different places. Unfortunately, right now, Facebook is not allowing us to go live directly within the platform. So let's just quickly update those people, let them know what's happening, and then we will launch straight into today's topic, which is content behind content. Breakfast and Business, if you're brand new to it, is all about bringing you an idea that maybe is brand new, or it's a reminder of something that you already know. It's something that you need to put into practice. It's not just about showing up and learning. It is all about making sure that you go and put it into practice. If you don't put it into practice, information isn't what makes you money in your business. It's implementation. So it's going and putting the things you learn into practice every single day. So if you're not doing that today, then you're going to be missing out. So let's quickly have a look here as we go through here. There's a few glitches happening right now with Facebook over on our page. quickly do this. So we're going to publish this. So exactly showing you behind the scenes content. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Because there was an issue, I've just recorded a really short video here. You saw me do it. I'm going to publish that out onto Facebook. Apologies for the delay for everyone on Facebook, there seems to be a problem with the live stream section. So this will be reposted at around 9 o'clock as a recording of #breakfast and business. So again, showing you exactly what we do just behind the scenes, that little video that I've recorded. We're going to post that out now on the page. Let's post that out. Apparently there's some problems completely with publishing at all on Facebook, so we'll have to update that afterwards. But for you guys across all the other platforms, YouTube, Periscope, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, let's get into today's topic. Apologies for a bit of a false start there. Facebook having some issues with publishing. But again, this shows you it's completely live. It's all very real. And I want to show you a little bit of what happens when you go live, what happens, what can be the pitfalls, what can be the struggles. But here we are anyway, going through it today. Now, this week has been all about content creation, but today we're specifically talking about content behind content. If you missed the beginning of the week, please do go back and check it out. Monday, we covered what is content. A lot of people get stuck around what content is, and therefore they don't get creative. They don't start to create the content in the first place to be able to start moving their business forward. They get caught on the word creation rather than realizing that everything that they're doing, if they document it, could be content, could be a blog, could be a podcast, could be a time lapse, could be a video, could be a graphic, could be a photo. It doesn't matter. Content is a way of creating so that you can be found, so that you can start conversations, so that you can share bits of what you do in your business. When you understand that, you'll really get what Tuesday was about, which was all about content as digital assets. Everything you create that is content will serve you longer term when you realize it's a digital asset that you can keep, save, reuse, repurpose, and move forwards. Absolutely incredible resource for your business when you understand that that's exactly what it is. It is a digital asset, and every single photo, every single video, every single blog, every single piece of audio that you ever create can serve you long term when you understand how to create it, how to store it, and then how to re-access it, to repurpose it and reuse it. Now, Wednesday, we did talk about repurposing your content by cross-posting in the same way that we're currently live on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, Twitter, YouTube. We're across all the different platforms except for Facebook, because there's a slight issue this morning, but we're cross-posting. We're posting to multiple different places. Now, you might not stream live to all those places, but you can create content that goes out across those. Status updates, images, videos, pre-recorded, live. You can do this across a number of different platforms. So we covered that yesterday, but today I want to cover content behind content. And then tomorrow we've got a very special segment for you where we're going to answer all your questions around content creation. And we're also got that special segment that I'm not going to give away too much, but make sure you're tuned in tomorrow, 8 a.m. UK time. Probably best to check out one of the platforms away from Facebook because there's been some glitches, and I'd hate for you guys to miss out on that. But it will always get posted there. It will get backed up, saved, created as a digital asset, and then repurposed, even if we can't go live on Facebook straight away. And then Saturday, we're going to talk about repurposing content by re-sharing. So that's the whole week. But today is all about content behind content. I've showed you in real time exactly what happens when something goes wrong. I've showed you how to create content to handle the situation. Unfortunately, even the video that you saw me record and try to post, Facebook is having a publishing issue this morning for the pages, so it didn't allow me even to post that video as an update and an acknowledgement for other people. Now, for Breakfast and Business, if you're brand new, let's jump back before we launch into today's content behind content. If you're brand new to Breakfast and Business, here's how this works. We run 8 a.m. UK time, Monday through Saturday, so that's British summertime at the moment, and you can come and join us live, get involved in the comments, and be a part of a community interested in growing their business and moving themselves and their business forwards. Now, a few different ways to get involved. The first thing is, Sharing is caring. Let somebody else know about this broadcast, whether you can tag them below on the platform you're on, whether you can share this with them, hitting any of the multiple share buttons on the various platforms, or sharing it to your own profile on the platforms where you can do that. That allows other people to discover Breakfast and Business. That's one of the things you can do. Now, getting actively involved, we want to see that this is making sense to you, that you're understanding and that you're following along. So one way you can do it across all platforms is drop red, yellow or orange emojis in the comments. That makes it visual for me, just like my mum is doing on Instagram, Guy is doing over here on Periscope. Drop red, yellow or orange emojis so that we can see that you're following along and it all makes sense to you. So literally any emoji you like, red, yellow or orange, and just let us know that it makes sense. Of course, you can use the native tools within the platform. So, you know, give it a like on YouTube, react to it on Facebook, use the hearts on Periscope or Instagram, get involved in the tools within the platform that you're watching. I want to come back, I want to talk to you, I want to have a conversation, and I want to connect with you guys who are here for Breakfast and Business. Remember, always let us know if you're live or on the replay, and also where you're tuning in from, so that I can see. If you're in one of the Facebook groups, because of privacy, let me know your name as well. Sometimes it doesn't always show me, it just says Facebook user, and I don't want you to be an anonymous person. I want to connect with you and have a proper conversation. So let's launch into today's topic, which is all about content behind content. So this morning, a few technical issues, not only whilst we were live, but just prior to going live. But right now, I'm currently live here in landscape for most of the platforms. I'm portrait over here for Instagram. I'm talking about content behind content today. So what am I doing to create content that is different to the content I'm currently creating? Well, I'm going to show you right now exactly what that looks like. So I've got currently running, let's quickly spin this round. So right here, I've got a time lapse running on this device. So this can be a bit weird because I've got my back to you guys because I'm recording up here, but I'm creating content up here that is a time lapse or hyperlapse because it's on an Android behind the scenes of what is currently happening here in the office. So quickly, just to show you guys what is happening there, we're going to swing this around. I'm going to move it and put it in a new location so that you guys can see what's happening behind the scenes. Again, content behind content. So let's quickly set that up there. And let's jump back over here. So right now I've got live on multiple platforms. I've got a time lapse happening over there. You've seen me record a video on another device. I'm giving myself the very best chance of creating more content in less time. Your time is your most valuable asset and you need to use it as effectively and efficiently as you can. And I want to show you how you can do that. So whilst we're currently live, I would normally go to my Facebook, which is going to make this slightly more challenging today. And I would normally, whilst the Facebook Live is up, I would share it across multiple platforms, into the groups I'm in, onto my pages, into the profile section of my business, of my personal profile on Facebook. So I'm getting into multiple different places. I'm doing the cross posting that I talk to you about all the time. Now, because I can't do that directly now because the Facebook has had an issue, I'm actually going to show you a couple of other ways that we can do content behind content. So right now we are literally live on multiple platforms here in landscape, here in portrait on Instagram, and then we've also got the time lapse or hyperlapse running that I showed you before. So if I'm going to do content behind content, I'm already doing it, but let's quickly show you right now. If I spin around like this, I'm going to quickly grab a picture here. Let's do that, and let's go square for that as well. Hello. So really, really quickly, just grabbing a picture of myself and the multiple devices so that you can see behind the scenes, because I'm talking to you about content behind content. If you're going to do something once, how can you create more than one thing from it? Now, it might be that you've got a second device, which I've said, you know, if you've got a spare old device where you've done an upgrade or something like that, use that as a tool. Could you use it for doing behind the scenes video? Could you use it for doing a hyperlapse or time lapse of showing things where it's a different dynamic? dynamic. This is live, this is like 30 minutes of video, but that hyperlapse will become in 30 minutes of video, just about 30 seconds of content that could be used in a different format. So it's very different to consume that than it is to consume the original video. So in the same amount of time, I've created another digital asset. Now, today I've gone another level because I can't do the screenshots of it, but I've taken a photo of behind the scenes to show you exactly how you can create content within content and content behind content. In the time that you spend creating content, how can you get the very most out of your time? I want you to make the very best use of your most valuable asset of time, and how can you use that time most effectively and most efficiently. So that you understand this, I'm taking photos behind the scenes. I've got time lapse running. I'm recording video. I'm also going to go and repurpose the content from these. So I'm making the best use of my time today, so I can make sure that the time I spend creating these live streams, these videos, these broadcasts is giving me the very best return. It's allowing me to show up in multiple different places, and it's allowing me to make the very best use of my time. So let's quickly say hi. I've got, again, remember, if you're in the group, please put your name on the comments, because I'm just getting a lot of Facebook user things coming up. I can guess that that's probably Rachel coming in saying good day from Australia. Guy Porteous coming in from Peterborough. My mum tuning in, still in bed. Come on, mum, time to get up. Elliot coming in from Essex. Someone's out on the school run. Don't know who it is, because again, Facebook user, if you're inside a locked community and you join a broadcast, always make sure to put your name in there as well, so that we can see who you are, we can say hi, and we can connect with you. But content behind content. Now, this is absolutely fundamental that you understand. You can do something once and you can get results multiple times. Lots of people fall into the trap with content creation or content marketing, in the fact that they create something once and that's it. They put it out and they expect it to work instantly. They expect to get results straight away. But what I want to remind you is that content is a long game. Content is about doing something once, using it multiple times, reaping the rewards along the way and further down the line. It's important to understand that something you do today and tomorrow and this week might actually help you in a month or 2 months' time. Content, when structured well, when created with intention, when made valuable and useful, is going to serve you longer term than the time it takes you to create it. Digital assets are exactly that. They are something that you create that serves you longer than the amount of time they take to create. The same as a blog that you write on your website is still there to read in 3 months' time. And as long as it's well structured, useful, and easy to digest, it's going to be a resource. It's going to be a digital asset for your business that allows you to help people further down the line. It allows people to connect. It allows people to learn. It allows people to choose you as the person that they do business with. If this makes sense, drop some red, yellow, or orange emojis below. And this morning we've moved from coffee over to tea. I'm on a chai tea this morning, so I'm gonna have a quick sip of my chai tea, and then we'll jump back in and carry on talking content behind content. Incredible. So we're going to try just one more time, see if Facebook lets us down again. Let's jump back in here really quickly. We're going to see if we can actually do an update here to let people know that Breakfast and Business is actually live, but they might have to tune in on another platform. Good morning, everyone, and apologies for not being live here on Facebook, however, with some publishing issues, we are still live across all the other platforms under my handle. And then because it's something that won't come up, I'll show you a quick tip here. I'm going to bring up the ImTristanG, so I'm putting @ and then I've got some shortcuts. So .imt literally brings it up as ImTristanG as a handle. So I'm putting the @ symbol or under the hashtag Breakfast and Business. Again, doing the hashtag thing, how you speak if you're using voice to text, under the, go back in, hashtag Breakfast and Business. It will actually put the hashtag in for you if you do it again, this is one of those things that a lot of people don't use this tool, content behind content. I use my voice to write my text a lot of the time. You obviously have to just quickly spell check it and check that you've not made any typos that might make it mean something else. So let's quickly do this. Replay. Let's go again. Replay will be available just after 9 AM. So let's quickly copy that because Facebook has been having some issues, and now we're going to hit post, publish. And again, this is what we're facing within the platform on Facebook. We're having issues with publishing to pages and profiles. And so this is real, this is live, this is the same sort of things that you guys are going to have to deal with if you're creating content in the live space. You need to understand that it doesn't always go to plan. It is going to have issues. There's going to be bumps in the road, and things like this are going to be things that you have to deal with. So even right now, I can't go live on Facebook. I can't post an update to let people know why we're not live on Facebook. People are just going to be sat there wondering what's happened and why there's no broadcast, which means, again, let's bring it back. Content across different platforms and social is great, but you don't get to control the full user experience. In the same way, people might be expecting us to be live on my Facebook page at 8 AM, as we've promised we will do every morning. Unfortunately, it's not allowing us to, which means that we're beholden to the platforms. If it was our own website, if we suddenly drove you to breakfastandbusiness.com, for example, and you could watch the stream there, that would mean that you would always be able to find one of the streams live, even if the others went down. We're controlling the experience. We might even broadcast via custom RTMP, which means it's on our site and not on a social platform. Maybe we'll take it that way. Again, understanding how to carry on moving forwards, diversifying and showing up even when there are issues. Don't allow the frustration, the upset, the annoyance of something going wrong on these social platforms to discourage you from doing content. Most of these platforms are free for you to use, and therefore you have to play within their rules. You have to understand that they're a business operating generally to make a profit, and therefore you have to understand that the ways that they do that mean they have to make changes, they have to do updates, and those might negatively impact you and your business. So remember, you can be beholden to social platforms, but you can create your own experiences by holding the content where you want to hold it. Going live to platforms where people already are, just like we are right now across YouTube and Twitch and Periscope and various other platforms and Instagram Live, we're giving people the opportunity to connect in different places. If one platform went down, we're still live across a multitude of other platforms where people can connect and have a conversation with us, but we're not in full control of the broadcast. But we do create the digital asset, so we're using StreamYard over here for the landscape. Instagram is directly in live and goes to IGTV, but we create a digital asset. Even if all the platforms failed, we could still record this content, put it out later when those issues and bugs have been resolved. So what are you doing to make sure you're backing up your content, saving your content? What's the stuff you do behind the scenes that really makes your content work? So I want you to make the best of every single time you show up online, every piece of content you create, every moment that you're spending building your business. Got no sound. Interesting. Which platform are you watching on, Rachel? Rachel, if you can let me know which platform you're having issues on. Apparently all sorts of technical issues today. So talking about content behind content is one of the important things. Let's quickly jump in here. It's okay over on Periscope. So the audio is fine on Periscope. So it must be the platform that is having issues. So apologies for anyone who's watching on a platform where there are issues. Again, this is an exact case study, an example of what I'm talking about. We cannot control what is happening on the different platforms. So remember, when you're using social, you are beholden to the platforms that you're using. You can't control what happens, what works, what doesn't there. Exactly the same as Facebook is having issues now with audio where we are live and stopping us going live in other places. build for yourself. And remember, creating content across different platforms is going to help you grow your business in different ways if you understand how to utilize content, not just now, but how to save it, back it up, turn it into digital assets, repurpose it, and make the most of your time. So really importantly, understand content is something you do, it's something you create, it's a resource, it's a digital asset, and you can move yourself forward. Not sure where you're watching and why there's no audio, but unfortunately it is working for other platforms, so maybe you're going to have to catch this on the replay. Jump over to Instagram if you're having issues. Obviously you might not be able to hear me now, but give me 1 second. Let's do this the really old school way. So again, content behind content. Let's quickly do this for everybody who is out on Facebook. Let's quickly hold this up just so that everybody can see what's happening. You guys on Instagram, thanks so much. You guys seem to get the most smooth broadcast. Of course, we're straight in platform, so there's no issues here on the platform. Right now, I'm just holding up a note so that everybody who's on Facebook can quickly read it and can go and jump across to the other platforms and join us there. Not really sure. Ian said that he's not really having an issue. Again, depends where you're watching in the platform. We can't even go live on the Facebook page, so you have to hang with us as well whilst we're dealing with that. So let's quickly recap here. I'm going to quickly save some content. Again, content behind content. Right now, whilst we're live, I'm also updating my Instagram story. So we've got time lapse. We're live on Instagram. We're live on all the different platforms, but we're also creating content behind the scenes as well. So understanding content is something you do, you create. When you do content best, you document and understand that it's digital assets that you don't just use once, you play the long game, you repurpose, and you make the very best use of your most valuable asset of time when you create content. So exactly that right there. Let's show you behind the scenes. So whilst I was talking to you here in landscape and here in portrait, I was also recording a short video on my phone on another device, which allows me to then show up in other places. That's Facebook. Rachel, can hear you. Amazing. Fantastic to have you in. Let me know where you were watching and where you had the issue. But I want to show you that your time that you're spending, the 30 minutes that we spend together, I'm creating multiple forms of content, hyperlapse or time lapse, landscape and portrait versions of video. I'm taking photos, I'm recording, and it's all within the same 30 minutes. So rather than just stand here for 30 minutes and create one landscape video, I'm now doing landscape video, portrait video, time lapse or hyperlapse, taking photos, and also updating my story. So it's a great opportunity to understand by watching us do it. I'm not just talking about it. We live and breathe what we're teaching you. And I want you to understand that your time is most effectively and efficiently spent when you are, when you're consciously deciding how to create content, when you're consciously documenting, when you're consciously storing, saving, sharing, repurposing. Be conscious in how you create your content, how you use your content, how you store your content, and what your content is designed to do. When you understand what your content is about, why you do it, why you create it, who it's for, where you're posting it, how you're using it, and that it's a long game, your content creation strategy will fundamentally change. If you need some help with your content creation strategy and building content out, we're going to help you. We've got an event coming up, which is our Startup to Scale Up workshop. It is a 6-hour workshop. We're just reworking at the moment. We used to do it in person in 4 different philosophy behind creating content at a higher scale. How can you be more visible? How can you be more present on the platforms? How can you show up even when you're not around to show up, so that you can make sure you're connecting with your audience, providing value, staying front of mind, and being an option when those people decide they need to do business or they need the products and services you've got. Remember, in every sale, it's the right solution for the right person at the right time with ease of access to information. If any of those parts are missing, then you are not giving yourself the opportunity to be the person that they do business with or the brand that they do business with. So creating content allows you to appear at the time that is right for the customer. You can't affect when that time is, but you can be there, front of mind, helping people, showing up and being an option when the time is right. Notice in the sales process, I didn't say price at any point, because the price is determined actually by the necessity that person has for that product. And at the time they need it most, it is most valuable, and therefore they're most likely to spend more money with you. So don't obsess around prices and deals and offers and discounts. If you haven't heard me talk about it before, please go back, and I think you'll have to go to Facebook or YouTube to watch them, but go back and watch the series we did all around money. Don't do offers and discounts, because people get addicted to them and then they only want to buy when it is on an offer or a discount. I've literally had an email in this morning where we've quoted someone and they've come back saying they've had a couple of other quotes that are cheaper. Could we reduce our price? And the reality is, not going to do that. We're not going to come down and meet the price where someone else is, because if someone else is offering at that price, they're offering a different service to us, and we understand that and appreciate it, and we don't have a problem with that. So again, showing you behind the scenes of what we do when we get emails, when we get updates, when we have conversations, when we do strategy. We want to share that with you guys on Breakfast and Business. Thank you so much for hanging in throughout all the technical issues again this morning. I can only apologize for that, and obviously we're going to post this out again as a replay, as a recap for people when they get here. So if this ever happens, if it ever doesn't go live or you don't get the audio, keep an eye for the replay. If you're having issues, I'll always try to put it back out. If it doesn't go live on a platform, I'll try and get it out within the hour, so it'll be about 9 o'clock-ish UK time, so that you can catch that replay of the broadcast, which is what I did yesterday. I set it up as a premiere, so it went out and effectively behaved as if it was live, but you could go, you could watch it, you could consume it again, content behind content. What's happening when things go right? Brilliant, we're live on all the platforms. What's happening when it goes wrong? Okay, what can we do to get this content back where it should be, to help people that have shown up or are interested? If you are interested, if you're following along, if it makes sense, red, yellow or orange emojis, make sure you hit the like, the love, the thumbs up, the hearts, whatever the button is on your platform, to let us know that you find Breakfast and Business valuable. If there are topics you want us to cover, please do connect with me as ImTristanG across all the socials. Jump in my inbox, let me know what topics you specifically want us to cover, so that I can reach out and help you out, and make sure that we create some content around that. We want to show up, we want to be useful. We don't just want to create for creation's sake. We want it to be as useful and valuable to those of you who show up as possible. So do that. Leave comments by the videos, and again, remember, share these broadcasts with other people. This one's not a shining example of a smooth broadcast, but it is a shining example of what to do even when content doesn't go smoothly. When you're doing things live, you're always going to leave yourself open to the fact there could be issues, and when you understand that that can happen, you have to put in the practices and the strategy behind what to do if things that go wrong. What if I turn up and I can't go live on the platform? Well, if I was reliant on only Facebook this morning, I would have been frustrated. I would have recorded a video and put it out without any live interaction. However, it's live interaction because we've got people on different platforms connecting, following along, and we can now save that, repurpose it, and put it back out into Facebook as a recap and a replay. Again, remember, Breakfast and Business is Monday through Saturday, 8 AM UK time, so British summertime. You can tune in across a multitude of different places. As long as we don't have any issues with the platform, you should catch us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Periscope, Twitter, and Instagram. So catch us on whichever platform is most relevant to you, most useful to you. If you can't find us there at 8 AM, we are probably still live. There's probably just an issue with the platform. So please check one of the other platforms or catch the replay, as I said. Thank you for hanging out with us this morning. Thanks for getting involved, being interactive, and hanging around whilst we sorted out some technical issues. I will, as soon as we can, publish some of the behind the scenes into my Facebook page as soon as it allows me to. Probably going to download these, try again on the computer rather than straight from mobile, because it might be a mobile first issue that we're having. But right for now, thank you so much for spending time with us at Breakfast and Business. You guys are awesome. I love spending 30 minutes with you 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 8 AM UK time for Breakfast and Business. If you found it useful, tell somebody else, whether you tell them in person, you send them a text message or WhatsApp, you post it on your wall, you share it in a group, maybe you send it in Messenger or WhatsApp. I don't care how you do it. Please do pass this information on. Each one, teach one. Every time you learn something, pass it on to somebody else. Be a person who is valuable, useful, and helpful to other people. Thank you for being part of Breakfast and Business. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for putting up with the technical issues we faced this morning. You guys are incredible. As long as you guys keep showing up and keep engaging, we will keep showing up in the morning, Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. for Breakfast and Business. You can always find us across the platforms as ImTristanG across all the platforms. Please connect with me where it's most relevant to you, and also search for hashtag Breakfast and Business. Now, if you're sharing the broadcast, feel free to use that hashtag Breakfast and Business as you share it so that we can see what you do. Now, I'll explain really quickly behind the scenes of why that happens, content behind content. If you share this broadcast or a screenshot or a photo, or you sat at the computer watching this and you post it online with the hashtag Breakfast and Business. Now, massive shout to Guy Porteous. He always gets involved and shares the broadcast when he can, and he's sharing with his community exactly what we say. Including the hashtag Breakfast and Business allows us to go and search for that content. Now, you're sharing it, helping other people to discover the broadcast, but when you share it with the hashtag, we can look through the hashtag and we can get involved and we can comment and we can thank you and we can talk on your content, which brings our audience to you. Cross promotion, exactly what we're interested in. We're interested in collaboration and helping other people. So if you share the Breakfast and Business broadcast, it could be you take a quick selfie of you watching the broadcast. It could be a screenshot of on the phone. You might just grab a quick screenshot and you might share that on social. I don't care what you do, but write something meaningful with it. Show other people why they should get involved. Jake, good to see you in this morning. I see you on Insta. Make sure you share why people should get involved. If you tag someone in the comments, tell them why they need to join this specific broadcast or understand about Breakfast and Business. When you post it to a platform, make sure you do the same. Make it meaningful. Yes, it's still content that you're sharing that's useful to your audience or to individuals that you know, but tell them why it's useful. Tell them, make that journey as smooth as possible for them. If you use the hashtag, we'll find it, we'll come and comment, we'll thank you, and we'll bring our audience across to you and your platform. So remember, it works both ways. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being part of Breakfast and Business, Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. UK time, British summer time. Tune in live every morning. If you can't find it live, check out one of the other platforms. Unfortunately, we're not in control of all the platforms, but we are in control of creating the content consistently at 8 a.m. UK time. Find us as ImTristanG across all the platforms. Search the hashtag Breakfast and Business. Other than that, all that's left for me today to say for you guys today is have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening. Hope you're having an incredible week. If there's anything I can do to help you in the meantime, please do connect with me. Jump in my inbox, send me a message. But have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening, and I'll catch you at the same time again for another Breakfast and Business, same time tomorrow.